But this year it feels pretty special, and man.
So how long have you been jamming here, or just jamming period with bands such as the Bad Livers?
Bad Livers have been together. We formed officially like March of 80. I'm going to get this wrong. 89, I think. I guess it was, because we've only been together for a year and a third, I guess now. But beforehand, we had played a bunch with Danny as the Danny Barnes Trio. I don't know if anybody knows the story about how the band formed, but it was purely by accident. It was Danny had this band called the Barn Burners, who were real popular, and I had been playing in a band in Dallas, and called Killbilly, who I don't even want to talk about it. And well, they deked me on some money, okay? So I decided to hightail it down there, and Danny was going, well, move to Austin and I'll get you some work. And by the time I got down here, he was real involved with the Barn Burners, and the Barn Burners ended up having all these gigs. So for a whole year, I was stuck here in town. Well, I was in town, and I never did play with Danny. But I ended up gigging like 280 times with other people. I played with everybody from, there's this country band called Chaparral. I played on, I went and played with a band called Snake Farm, Gene Caffeine's All Night Truck Stop.
He's on the CD, but if you look really hard, you see his name.
Little Tiny
Yeah, but I swear he wrote it, produced it, and signed him.
I played bass, and I actually, and then we played with Alejandro Escovedo for a while, and played with.
Woo!
Well, I also had another little band, jazz band called the Jazz Pharaohs, and like at the end of like end of 1990, Bad Livers included, I had played with like 30 different bands that year when I was filling out my taxes.
You fucking slut.
Well, that was kind of the deal. It gets to a point where you do that and you just get sick of it, because what you realize is, there's this I remember seeing this Oriental late night, one of those motivational guys going, you can do it, just, right. Put your mind to it, I spent $15,000 on this fountain, you want to know why? Because it makes me happy, that's why, I remember seeing him, and he kept saying, you don't get rich by working for someone else. And it just dawned on me like, oh, by the way, if I actually do what I want to do for myself and I'm happy doing it, then that's what's successful. And like, you finally give yourself over to going, well, screw it. I'm going to do my bag, and I don't care what anybody thinks about it at all except myself and the people I'm doing it with. Right. And then you go, well, you consciously make the effort not to please anybody but yourself, and then you get to a point where, lo and behold, all those things that you really wanted actually happen, because it's an insidious game to where if you worry about what other people think about what you're doing, then you're so busy worrying about it that you don't actually do what you want to do. And you start pleasing other people, and that's not what people really want. They want to be pleased. They want to see you be pleased. That's my basic philosophy, and that's the philosophy of the band. And I think that's why we've gotten as far as we have.
It definitely comes out. Well, in the way you play and the way you present yourselves on stage. I mean, it's mostly a good time, and I always have a good time. I'm usually the loudest, rudest one out there.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, but I have a blast, and I love